have to edit it. You know, I gotta put it on my cut. Edit and bring it all together. But,
You good? Okay.
you want to get comfortable? Hold
the bird.
Throw your bird.
It's so cute. You don't? Okay.
Okay, that's fine. I'll keep on, dragging it one side to the other.
I have changed purses. It's okay. Say hi.
Well,
Hi.
welcome everybody to the Locology Podcast.
Hey.
I'm Vet.
I'm Summer. Vin.
And we are the Locologists. So, tonight we are going to be talking about locs, love, and loss. And how does love correlate with the hair growth? And how does loss correlate with your hair? What happens when you go through something traumatic? Does anything happen when you go through something traumatic? You know what I'm saying? And what can be done? So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about some of those things that can cause hair loss outside of what we know about hormonal hair loss and autoimmune hair loss and traction alopecia. We're going to talk about some things that are going on with our nervous system.
Good idea.
Yeah. We're going to talk about, how heartbreak, what I'm saying, you can break up today and then 2 months later you be bald. You know what I'm talking about? It don't show up when you break up.
One way or the other.
Yeah, you either stress so much you done lost your hair. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna touch on some things and
in more than one way.
yeah, and emphasize on how does love
Affect.
influence
And
hair
it
growth.
comes across the chair. Like when they're in the chair, like I don't have all the scientifics, like
Yeah, you do.
respect
We got
as far as the terminology.
We're a unit.
But
Okay.
when it comes to the experience of it being in the chair, I may not know the technical terms, but I know what it looks like when it's in my chair.
Exactly.
And what the clients they go through.
And the clients don't know technical terms. They don't know what we call jargon. That's just me being intellectual. They know what she knows. What's sitting behind that chair. So they know how they feel.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And
they know what they see.
They know what they're experiencing.
Yes.
And they'll come to us and they'll have thinning spots, fallen locks, or their locks are dull.
Yeah.
With no life.
Lackluster, yeah.
Or they're gone.
Yeah.
Or they're gone because they've
Yeah.
all the way across.
Yeah.
So it affects you in a different way. It may not be where they're attached. It may be where you attacked them or you felt like you needed a specific moment to happen. It was too much going on and you needed to release yourself from them. So I would love to get into all of that today.
Yes. Okay, so I you know what I've noticed in my years of living, I won't talk about how many years, but few of them, that love really does influence the rate of growth. And it's not that it makes hair grow. What it does is hair grows when the body's in rest. When it doesn't feel like the body's in stress, because if the body feels as if it's being attacked, it releases this cortisol, it releases the stress hormones.
Correct.
And instead of it like going to your hair, it's gonna go to the most vital organs, and the hair growth is gonna come up short.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And we have it's a hair loss, telogen effluvium. Is when the hair
Say it again.
telogen effluvium.
Telogen effluvia.
Fluvium. Yeah.
Fluvium.
Effluvium.
All right. Okay. I'm ready.
When the
I'm here.
hair grow, when it falls out, you know what I'm saying, in that shedding and that resting stage, and that can be brought on through trauma.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah, trauma.
I like that.
Trauma. You
Wow.
can just having a broken heart can put you into your hair into a state of stress,
That's
and then it causes inflammation.
Yeah.
Scalp. Yeah, I know you see.
I know. I've seen
I know
it.
you
I've
see
seen
people
it.
in your
Like,
chair
you're
whose scalp
dinging.
is really tight.
You are dinging me right now. Yes.
Yeah, scalps are really tight because what happens is the jaw. You know, when you stretch, you clench your jaw.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so, and inflammation and all of that stuff starts up in the scalp. It's just the body sending relief. It's like something's going on. So it's sending these things, but the levels of its cortisol that it's sending is not good for the hair.
That's
so,
true.
Yeah, and so the hair begins to shed and break and go through all these different stages. But yeah, we're going to learn about some different things here.
Okay. Locticians, are y'all hearing this?
Yeah.
Y'all can help y'all people.
Yes, you can.
Like,
yes,
identify. Because they'll sit in your chair and they'll be like, I don't know what's going on. Their body's releasing.
Yeah, and then a lot of times people grieve. You know, they lose a loved one. And you, like I said, you don't see the hair loss immediately. And then, you know, they done moved on and tried to pick the pieces up. And they're like, hey, why is my hair falling out? Yeah. It's not what's going on today. It's what happened yesterday.
Yeah. And our lock babies, be mindful when y'all are going through y'all healing journey, because you'll experience an opening, like, you know, and you'll start recurring, like replaying or what grief.
Yep.
You'll start pouring out of things, and then you'll be wondering, like, what's going on with my locks? Just be mindful if you have Reiki healers out there, if you have clients with locks.
Yep.
Inform them of this process that they may endure while they're releasing grief, while they're releasing loss. They want to be mindful of their locks in that moment.
I have some little notes I have wrote about the nervous system. I want to talk about two important parts of the nervous system: the sympathetic, which is the survival, and the parasympathetic. The sympathetic is when your body is in that fight, flight, freeze. You know what I'm saying? When you've activated the stress hormone because of fear, grief, or trauma.
Wow.
Blood pressure is increased, and so you need the oxygen. You need your body to feel safe in order for it to send oxygen and blood to that hair follicle. Yeah, it will redirect that to other organs because you put your body in such a state that it feels like it's under attack. And so the hair, we're not animals, but we need to have hair because we only got limited hair, so it's not for warmth, for sure. But it's for us for senses, for us to sense our environment. And the hair has nerve endings, and that is part of the nervous system. So when you put that body under stress, even just losing your job.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a traumatic, losing friendship. Those are traumatic events. And they cause hair loss. If you're not treating it or you don't understand what it is, you'll continue to put product on it to try to treat it without actually getting to the source of it.
Yeah.
Which is getting that nervous system back in a holistic state.
And when you see people do that, I think what it looks like, if you're in layman's terms, like behind a chair, people will be dousing themselves with oil.
Yes.
Like they'll try and it's dry. They'll be like, it's dry. I do notice that in the chair. They'll be like, I'm trying to put oil on it. It just looks like dull, or it's dry. It's not feeling right. My scalp's tight.
And then you have to understand too, when you get ready to talk about putting oils on the scalp, they have to be comedogenic. They have to be at a level that will not clog the pores. Anything over 2 is too much.
What does 2 look like? And what is copa?
Okay.
I know what copastatic is, but what is copa? What did you just say? Because you gotta slow that down.
Okay, look. So comedogenic. Comedogenic is how we assess the levels of oils and products that we put on the hair. Okay, so something like everybody like coconut oil, but coconut oil actually, I'm gonna have to pull out my ruler, but coconut oil, I know it's one of the harshest oils for the scalp. It can go on the hair, but it shouldn't be on the scalp. It should not be on the scalp.
Y'all done put coconut oil. I gotta stop. Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
don't know
it's
what camera I'm
good
looking
for the
at, but I
hair.
gotta stop. Okay, go ahead.
Good for the hair, but not good for the scalp, especially with people that are suffering from hair loss, because it's going to clog their pore. It's heavy.
That is amazing information, you guys, because when we go to the beauty supply store, that is all you see for us.
Right.
And it's like they're coming from like a normal knowledge of hair, but not an actual like knowledge of hair. So we don't know. We're just gonna go and buy what's on the shelves.
Yep.
Y'all be mindful of coconut.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So yeah, but a good oil to use on the scalp would be jojoba oil. Yeah, because it's more natural, like sebum. It's more like your natural oil on your scalp.
To the layman people, that's jojoba oil.
Oh.
That's jojoba, the one that say
the J-O oil.
Because they gonna be looking for what? Y'all, that's that jojoba. I done told y'all plenty of times jojoba oil. That's not how you pronounce it, y'all. That's why you connect with somebody that, you know what I'm saying, we good take.
That oil is good for the scalp. It might be like a 0 on the comedogenic on the scale because it's more like your natural sebum. Yeah. Sweet almond oil is good.
Okay.
Grapeseed oil at a point. Sunflower.
I am not a fan of peppermint. I think it's too strong.
Yeah.
And it's overpowering them. And so I think it's doing more damage than not. You get a lot of the red scalps, and they're like it you know, it's itching. It's harsh.
Yes, peppermint has to be definitely diluted with carrier oil. You definitely need a carrier oil if you're gonna be putting essential oils on people, okay? Because you cannot just put regular essential oils on people because it's so strong. And not only that, women that are pregnant should not use essential oils without consulting a doctor, okay? So you need carrier oil, right? You need some olive oil, some sunflower seed oil, some almond oil. Don't put no essential oils directly on the skin or scalp without having a carrier oil, okay? You're going to have some irritation. You're definitely going to get burned, okay?
Y'all better come here for y'all do's and don'ts. Because y'all got a lot of pregnant people that be in y'all chair. Come on.
Yeah, and then you selling, you know, or offering product with essential oils in it, and it has to be told to them that it can affect the pregnancy. Yes, essential oil.
Locticians are essential.
Yeah,
we need to get to the doctors because this is something that needs to be, you know, talked to amongst the community. It's a lot to dive into right now.
Yeah.
But you guys, we can affect so many different ways and forms of life, but we can also be their support and affect so many ways of life. So I like this info.
Yeah.
I like this. This is great because
Yeah.
we need to be on it.
It's so, you know, you would be surprised really what the hair can tell you. It can tell you if you're having problems with your endocrine system, your circulatory system, your nervous system. Right? Your hair are receptors, they indicators, they let you know, it receives information, right? It transmits information. It's, like I said, it's not like a dog or a cat where it is for warmth or covering. These are receptors.
Yes.
Right? So,
and when they're in my chair, they get a dietary questionnaire.
yes.
I want to know what your intake
Look at me.
is.
I am one to tell you that you need to eat better, okay? I am fat on all sides, okay?
Don't you do it, don't say it.
But that is another, okay, I am 48, so I'm going to tell you, I'm 48, right? I went to early menopause, and I did not understand, or I did not know that the sadness of not being able to carry children again would affect me in such a way, right? So it was emotional for me, and I did not know, but I started to see changes in my hair, right? I did not know that these hot flashes, lack of sleep, and all this stress, and the things that I'm going through in my body is throwing my hair growth cycle off. Yeah, you starting to shed, you starting to thin. A lot of those things, you gain the weight, oh my God. you get all of these different things, and your hair acts as a guide to let you know what's going on in the body. Even the police know it. They will pull their hair and test and see.
They sure will.
Yeah, test and see what's going on, what you done partook in, because it's an indicator.
So,
right?
so like when we're seeing that in our chairs, what is something good to redirect them towards just as an identifier? I normally send them back to their PCP.
Right.
And I would say you may need some blood work drawn up because you can have too much iron and do it. You can have too much B12, or you can have not enough. So I send them back to their PCP and have blood work drawn, and then we can discuss after that. But I really believe that we need to start hand in hand with our PCPs.
You definitely need to consult with a physician. We don't diagnose. Okay, we treat holistically.
That's right.
So my first thing would be, I would talk about some of the things that the body, you mentioned something like vitamin B12s and iron, things like that. Iron is a good indicator or something that may cause hair loss, right? But it's the ferritin. Most people don't know about ferritin. Ferritin is the storage of iron. The body the body uses, it needs like 12, right?
Yes.
Milligrams or nanograms or something like that for a ferritin, but the hair needs 70.
Okay.
The body needs to be storing at least 70 milligrams of this ferritin in order for you to have healthy hair.
And see, y'all knew about pH factors for y'all hair because y'all running after rose water, but y'all didn't know about ferritin. So ferritin is.
Ferritin is the storage of iron. It's iron. It's the storage of iron in the body. It needs to be at least a 70.
What products?
Well, there's no products, right? You need a supplement increase, right? You need your iron to be increased, and the body needs to be able to store this iron, this ferritin. So you would need a test, right? You would, when you go to your doctor, because my sister Summer mentioned blood work. Blood work is essential, especially when you lose a hair. You want to know what type of hair loss you're having. Why are you having it? It could be the thyroid. You need a TSH. Now you need a whole thyroid panel for real to determine if your thyroid is causing you to lose your hair. The thyroid is a thermometer. It's the gauge that keeps the body in homeostasis and balance. So if the thyroid's messed up, you can rest assured that you may have some hair loss issues. Not only are you going to test for your thyroid, but you're going to test for you definitely need some your omega-3s. You need those. And it's another test that I'll get into it, more in the class. But it's so many tests. But iron, ferritin, your vitamin D, your B12s, all of those, you need your CRPs checked at the doctor. So when you go in and having your blood work, me and my sister Summer and Zen, we have forms that we give to our clients so that they'll know what to specifically ask the doctor to check.
That's right.
Because they'll just run a basic iron test or a basic thyroid test and say, okay, everything's good. And like I said, your ferritin in your body may be 12. And he's looking at the markers and saying, okay, you're good. But for healthy hair, you need to be in the 70. Right, so you need to get that.
You need to get checked.
You need to get it checked.
And all the ones, I'm sorry, is it
Okay, no, I'm just saying,
popping
like they said, all the anemic baddies.
All the
you over there chewing on ice. You need to get to the doctor.
Yes, you need.
If you need it. If the hair's thinning, don't have no edges, honey, get to the doctor.
Yeah.
We need some iron. We need something. B12, 70. That's what she said. We need to get to 70.
So I got some notes about hair loss. I was talking about menopause. As older women, we see different types of hair loss.
Okay.
And so I got them in this category or whatever. But sudden shedding usually is the nervous system. Like something's going on with the body. If your hair just starts shedding out, falling out, you see it on the pillow in the shower, too much in the comb, something's going on with the nervous system. uh, and it's really related to that spike in your cortisol. You know what I'm saying? And that's gonna cause inflammation of the scalp, which can cause, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know, you get stressed out, it starts releasing that cortisol in the body, because the body is, I feel like it's under attack. So it's like, okay, I need to protect myself.
Okay.
So it's releasing this
It's
hormone,
releasing this.
to protect itself, but it's causing hair loss.
Because it's probably the body's
Because
redirecting.
it's
Okay.
flooding too much at, and then not only that, but what stage is this cortisol or this, it's happening. This is happening. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So I have a question. Oh, okay. I have a lot of clients that body build,
okay.
and they have an increased amount of protein that they are bringing into their system. Can that affect them? Because you know how we do protein treatments on hair.
Right.
to
Well, the
restore-
hair is made of 90% protein, so you can't get too much protein, right?
Okay.
Now the hair can lose moisture, right? And then the hair be brittle. Like, oh my God, my hair got too much protein. You can never have too much protein. You got this protein. The hair is made of protein, but what you can have is a lack of moisture, which makes it look like you got too much protein because the hair is still brittle. You need to put that moisture back in the hair. But about the testosterone or the increase, what happens is there's an enzyme that causes hair loss. It's called DHT. It's actually a hormone dihydrotestosterone. And what happens is the body, this is a natural thing. It causes men to be men, right? This hormone is needed for the body.
All my clients, y'all listen, because we've been over this all month. DHT.
DHT
Okay.
is needed. It's needed for the body, but when you are sensitive to it, it causes the miniaturation of the hair follicles. They start to shrink, and so you have to put in something to block the DHT, because you can't get rid of it's testosterone being converted right by an enzyme, by the 5 alpha reductase, 5-AR. It's being transformed into this new enzyme. Right? So the only thing you can do is block this DHT. You can't get rid of it because it's genetics, all right? You can't. Nothing you can really do about genetics. But you can block it, and there are some natural blockers. Saw, palmetto,
Been saying it all week.
pumpkin seed.
All week, you guys.
Yeah. Those are natural. Cloves, even onion.
Onion water is
yeah.
wonderful.
It's a natural DHT blocker. Now, some people are far gone. More than
Are you far gone,
more,
sir?
yeah, more than others, right? And so it's gonna. You can't just use a blocker, right? You need more than that. You might need some infrared lights.
Infrared caps, we have them.
Yeah, you might need to use a derma roller and some minoxidil. There's so many different things that you have to do. But the number one thing is to get that body into homeostasis. If you get your body in a perfect state, you can reverse hair loss.
You can.
You can reverse hair loss.
And the clients that are following our regimen, the red caps, the derma rolls,
The minoxidil and the supplements.
they are having wonderful results. You've got to get to us. If you're having any of the thinning, any of those questions, if we've gone down a checklist and you've checked a good majority of them,
I'm sorry.
you need to get to us. It's okay. The allergies be working. Y'all, get to us to be able to get that, to get an analysis. Because my clients, they have them forms.
And we know that hair loss is what we consider in the hair world a disorder. It's not natural for you to lose your hair, right? Trees, they lose their leaves and they come back. You're supposed to lose your hair and it never comes back. That's not natural, right? But some of the ways that you can get your hair back, and while you're going through the different stages of stress or hormonal imbalance, When you're broken hearted, you're sitting in there, you playing all them love songs. First thing you want to do is turn them off. Turn that love stuff, that sad music, turn that off, right? Because hair is not just biological; it's emotional.
And it sure is.
Yes.
Cause, can I?
Go, please.
Okay.
Please.
So, it's so emotional. It's like plants.
Yep.
You know, you grow a good plant. If you sing to it, talk to it, water it just a little bit, and let it have a little sunshine. So when I'm with my lock clients, I sing to their hair. I talk to it. I say how it's doing. I put it in my hands. It is an extension of you, and you have to talk nice to yourself. Like we was just watching Cat Williams. Funny, his new one on Netflix, okay? And he was really, and he's always said this throughout his career, is talk better to yourselves. Yourself is aware of how you talk and what you're bringing in, what vibrations you're bringing in. If you already know that you are not feeling up to par, don't put something on that's going to take you even farther down, because it's going to take more work. It's going to cost you in the end, because you're going to have to come to a loctician to figure out what's happening to you. Stop it now, and you won't have to go there. Preventative measures is what we preach.
Yeah, because you don't want to get to a place where not only are you losing your hair, but you're creating more trauma to the body, right? Because the body remembers that emotion. It's not aware that you are not being chased through the woods by a lion, okay? It just knows that you are in this fight or flight mode. And so they think it's a lion in the street, okay? So it's releasing all of this cortisol in the body as if you're being chased, as if you're being mugged. And because you keep on reliving that same broken heart, right? You keep on nursing that same wound. And so the body's going to keep on releasing that cortisol. It's going to keep on releasing that hormone. It's going to keep on releasing it, and then you're going to look up and you're going to be bald. You're going to be thin. You're going to grab your ponytail. When you used to wrap it around once or twice, now you're doing 6 and 7 loops with the ponytail with the rubber band.
Just saying.
I'm just being honest, because you won't put yourself in a state of rest.
That part.
Rest. Yes. I mean, cut people off.
Yes.
It can be parents. It can be your own children. Sometimes you have to cut people off for your own safety. You know what I'm saying? And the hair will not grow if the body's in a state where it feels like it's being attacked.
That's right.
It's not gonna do it.
You gotta be able to choose yourself, and your hair will take you to that point, because it's the first thing you see in the mirror. If it's not just your face, it shows up at the same time in the morning. Every time you go and check your hair, you can't have, your job, it probably matters, what your hair looks like. Everybody just can't go to work with a hat on their head and nobody see it.
Right.
And so this is important. Like, your hair is your image.
It's part of you.
And I have seen so many people try and save their locks, try and save the spaces where their hair is releasing, and they're like, what is going on with me?
Without treating the issue, the underlying issue, right? It can be really something, I'm telling you, something as simple as getting vitamin D.
Yeah.
Right? It can just be getting your thyroid checked. It can be those things. It can be eating, getting more omega-3s, eating fish, or getting some beans, some lentils, or something in your body, your bloodstream. It can be just as simple as changing your diet. And that will cause your hair to grow back. Because if the hair feels like it's under threat, it's going to release cortisol, adrenaline, and all of those different things. And it's going to make the body feel as if it needs to protect itself.
Yes.
And it's going to start protecting itself, and the hair is the first thing to go. Yeah, it's the first thing to go.
It's the first thing to release.
It's going to reduce the blood flow to the scalp, and it's definitely going to signal for inflammation. The scalp will start to get inflamed. It's going to be tight. When I was mentioning her earlier, it feels like an old tight. Like, why your scalp ain't got no blood circulation in? Because it's inflamed. There's no blood being able to get to those follicles to nourish them so that they can thrive and grow. And so the scalp becomes tight, and most you see that men start to lose their hair, or women lose their hair in these areas, is generally because there's no motion going on. Right? There's nothing going on. So scalp massage is another way to help guys that are dealing with these high levels of testosterone. Massage your scalp.
And if you're seeing this on your clients, locticians, reach out to us. We are okay to answer your questions to see if you need to get them to the next stage of care for their scalp. And so we do not mind you calling in for a consultation for your client so that we can help you help them.
Right. Yeah, because it's so much more than just giving somebody a topical or a supplement. We mentioned earlier about blood tests. You have to know what blood tests to ask for. You have to know what it is that the body is lacking so that you can treat those things. And if you are constantly stressed out about work, school, love, any of those things, and you're putting all of this adrenaline and all of this cortisol into the body, you are causing the body to protect itself, and the hair will be what is being sacrificed. And so you want to put yourself, selfish, be selfish. Put yourself first. Say, look, I can't, deal with this right now. And even if it's grief, you know what I'm saying? I mentioned earlier about telogen effluvium. People grieve for a long time, and they stop taking care of themselves. And the hair regimen or rituals or things that they used to do prior to the incident, they no longer do those. So just basic needs and care sometimes is a result of hair loss. You know what I'm saying? Because you stop caring.
And the one thing that I see people do is, and they do stop caring, and that's when that repairs are needed because you're in the bed, you didn't put anything over your head, you're waddling, you haven't shampooed it, the hair starts protecting itself, so you start getting like a lot of the crustaceans on the scalp, the scalps,
Get some dermatitis.
Yeah, the dermatitis. Thank you. Yeah. See, I call them crusty. Yeah. She's got the technical. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, and then the lock starts protecting the other locks, and then you come to the loctician. You got one lock on your head, and all these locks are protecting themselves. So the locks will go into a natural state of protection. And then we got to cut that loose, and now we've got all these locks that are needing repair. You are spending hundreds for work and repair work to put them back together again. Let's do preventative maintenance.
Yes, preventative maintenance.
Self-care.
Listen, yoga, great for the mind and body, right? Read, journal, certain things. Find ways to de-stress.
Walk for 30 minutes. Go out in nature. Go around the
track.
Get
for the vitamin
some
D.
sun.
Us melanated people, we don't drink a lot of milk. I'm not a milk drinker myself, but we need that vitamin D, okay? Because we are melanated. That's how we stay melanated. We need our vitamin D, okay? We need it for the growth of our hair.
Yes.
We need it.
And get again.
Put your feet on the ground.
Yeah, like when it's time and it's warm enough outside and you're not do the polar bear challenge or anything.
Oh my God.
Put your feet on the ground. Ground thyself, you guys.
Ground.
I'm so sorry, but y'all, come on.
Yeah, for real.
Get it but there are ways, speaking of polar bear challenge, like a cool water cleanse, let it hit the scalp in the shower, to be able to close those pores up. The cool water is actually really
one of
good
them spas for my clinic. You seen them shampoo bowls?
Oh
yeah. I want one. Yeah, I want to cleanse the scalp. I'm working on one of them.
I would love to come somewhere where we have that. I think we'll do that too over here, something special. Look, we want to be able to help and give you a full service challenge for yourself. Like, y'all, come on. Matter of fact, you saw me wave. Okay, we're at the shop, y'all.
Yeah, right.
We are broadcasting from the shop, so
Right.
people are
Talking
going
about
through.
happiness, sadness, locks, and love.
That's right. And I want y'all to have the self-care. I want y'all to be able to do check-ins with yourself. Locticians, check in with your people. Don't just, sit them down for a retwist and pop and be booked and busy.
Right.
Well, hold on. Because there's a difference between loctician and lock stylist. So,
Say that now.
there's a difference. I'm going to say it for people back. There is a difference.
Right.
For with loctician versus lock stylist. So locticians, be mindful of this moment. Lock stylists, if you see these things while you're styling hair and doing a retwist or doing some barrels or something like that, you are more than welcome to let them know, hey, we're reaching a moment to where I think you need to be able to reach out to a loctician for care, and go from there. You can reach out to any one of our studios. We will send your people back to you after we fix them. I promise.
Yeah.
I don't want them. I'm just saying, come on. So I want you to feel safe right there. It's a safe place. But these people do need to be able to go somewhere and not feel like it's they're cheating on y'all.
Right.
They not cheating on y'all. They need care. So it's a flex to be able to say that to your client. Like,
ain't nothing
let me
wrong
help
by
you.
telling your client, I don't know, let me find out. Let me get some information.
Okay.
I am a ever learning student. I'm always I want to know, right? So I'm never so high that I know too much or I know everything. No, I need to know. And so never be afraid of sounding your own voice. Ask questions. If you want to get some help and learn about the scalp disorders and the function of the scalp and how to treat hair loss, different things, we offer those classes. We offer questionnaires, things like I said that you can actually take to your physician to ask them, I need this type of blood test, right, to determine what's going on with my body, right? Because there are alopecias that are autoimmune, right? Everything's not just genetic. Everything's not just hormonal or emotional. So alopecia areata is one of those hair losses where the body begins to attack the hair. It thinks that the hair is an enemy.
How she
right?
just rolled that off her tongue. Say it again.
Right.
What is it called?
Alopecia areata. Right.
Y'all don't want to know.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Areata.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't want to know what I was saying. Areata.
Yeah. So it's in round patches. It comes, out in patches. It could be on the side and the back. That's when we get that. Another one is that CCCA, the centrifugal. Yeah.
Like I was gonna help her.
Crazy.
She looked at me like,
Yeah, come on with the
no,
other
not
things.
happening.
But
I'm
so
still going through her courses.
right.
I'm not afraid to say I don't know
The
it
hair
all.
comes in patches and it's autoimmune, right? It's it can be allergy brought on. It can be different things. And most of us as black women are misdiagnosed when it comes to those alopecia areatas, those CCAs. They don't know what it is, and so they just tell us, okay, it's just a tension alopecia. Your ponytail, and you start saying, so you stop wearing your hair all gathered up or whatever, and you still see a hair loss, right? You need a blood test, right? You need somebody to take a scope, look at the scalp, see if there's any inflammation, see what's going on, is there any scarring. So you definitely need to have somebody look at the scalp. Don't just assume, okay, I've been wearing my hat for 10 years and I got traction alopecia, because traction alopecia stops once the traction stops. And if you still seeing hair loss,
Well, it ain't traction, honey. Okay.
right, you know what I'm saying? So it's something else going on. And most of the time, we're not aware that the things that we deal with on an everyday basis, right? Loving people, arguing with people, you know what I'm saying? Getting up and going to work, going to a job you hate, right? Releasing all of these different chemicals, adrenaline, cortisol, all of these different things into the body is causing harm to not only to your hair, but to the body itself. It's putting the body in a state of panic and trauma is threat. So it feels like I need to fix it, right? I need to repair it. So it begins to repair. I'm sorry, yeah, my nose is draining. It stopped up on one side, draining on the other. It's crazy.
But we still here.
But we still here.
We're giving this.
All this is crazy because my nose was not stopped up prior to this, okay? It just happened. But I wanted y'all to be aware of some of the things. And so we brought this podcast tonight just to make y'all be aware that sometimes it's just a conversation. You can have a stressful conversation with somebody, right? And it could just floor you.
Like
That's so good.
And then
so
a month
agitated.
later,
Like you be so agitated, you actually want to pull your hair out.
You want-
Yeah.
It's
that is a condition.
like,
I wonder if my students
The
know that.
pickers.
What's y'all call
What's
it?
it called? Because I call it
Trichotillomania.
yes.
No, say it again.
Trichotillomania.
Yeah, trichotillomania.
Trichotillomania. Okay,
Yes.
well, I got a couple of them clients,
Yeah.
and I'll be like, stop, and they be
Yeah.
like, I'm trying, I
Picking
can't.
and the pulling of the hair, right? And that we're talking about the nervous system, y'all.
Call it. What's the name again?
Trek.
I'll be like, you got that Trek? Come on, y'all gotta figure it out.
Yeah. You know, it's just
I'm
us
sorry.
the pulling of the hair, y'all.
Don't pull that
Tugging
hair.
of the hair. That's a man thing.
Yeah,
It's emotional.
it's
right?
emotional, like biting your nails.
Right.
It's like kind of like the same.
Exactly.
um,
Same mechanism.
I got one client that does it in his sleep,
Right.
and so when he comes back, I'll be like, "You been picking again, ain't it?"
Right.
I don't say, I'll be very personal, but these are things that will cause us to have missing pieces. So when you're trying to get your styles, now we got a little offset. So let's be more kinder to our lock stylists when you're having locks that aren't there. How we gonna make the barrel straight? We can't, because the barrel got to go this way because
Right.
I her.
Right.
So let's help us.
Let's work together. I want to
Back.
say
Sorry.
something else about menopause before I forget. I seen it in my notes. I want to say this. That so when you're going through menopause, there is a spike in your testosterone, right?
We know.
And a decline, right?
Yes.
Yes.
A decline in your estrogen. Estrogen keeps the hair in the growth phase longer, right? So if you ain't producing enough estrogen, guess what? Their hair is going out of the growth phase into the transition and the resting phase. It's shedding. And hair is not going to stay there because the estrogen's low.
Okay. So I'm going. Mind your business real quick. So I'm going through menopause right now,
Right.
right? You didn't hear that. Shh. Okay, I'm going through.
It's hot in here.
It's hot.
I'm sweating.
I am sweating, y'all. Okay, it's hot. So, it is imperative to have your hair while you're going through menopause. But a lot of times we have the hot flashes
And we shave it out.
and we shave it off. Like we be like, it's gotta go. It can't be on my neck. I'm hot.
Right.
I'm going through it. I don't know if it was for other people. My scalp was more sensitive with my locks.
Uh-huh.
Oh, thank you. My scalp was way more sensitive with my locks, and
Right.
so I wanted to put my hair up, but I was like, that's so much tension,
Yeah.
and so like my edges started going away, and I had to hurry up and regrow those back, and so if you're going through menopause and you're choosing it to go through it without medication, either way, I don't care which way you're going through it, but without medication,
It's
you're
rough.
handling those hot flashes. You're handling a lot of that estrogen, all of that stuff. So be mindful that your hair is going to go through some things. So I would suggest going to your primary care physician,
Definitely.
discussing different vitamins, different see if you can do it prenatal. I'm not for sure if that might help the moment, but definitely get to one of us. Definitely get to a loctician that knows what they're doing with you, and they'll walk through that moment with you, because it's a totally different amount of care. I can't treat a regular lock client like I would if you're going through menopause. I want to be sensitive to you there. So a little more steam, a little more care with the locks. Be mindful of sensitivity, and especially when they're going through stress. I have one right now. He's going through stressful moment, and he was like, "It's so sensitive, just in this area right here." We need to be mindful of what our hair follicles are going through, our nerve endings. If you have migraines, be mindful of
listen,
that part.
what does the hair tell you? It's telling you something. It's brittle. It's telling you it's not. You ain't got enough. You could be dehydrated, right? Yeah. The body's thirsty. Your hair is dry.
That's good.
Scalp
Too
is dry.
much or something.
Yeah, not enough.
Yeah, infuse your water, cucumbers. There, you need. Can we get some?
Can I get some more tissue, please?
Thank you to the wonderful Austina Smith in the background. Get some. What was we saying? We need to. What's tissue? It's right there. You see it?
I was trying not to be in front of the set, but here
okay.
we are. Y'all like my red pants?
Yeah, we like to have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, thank you.
So just be mindful of having the menopause. I think that's where we left off at, and helping those clients with those sensitive moments, because the stress, like Miss, she's Dr. Miller, okay, says that the hair is going through something. It's telling you something. Especially people with migraines. That medicine is harsh.
Yeah.
And so you want to be able to be mindful of what.
There are some medications that cause hair loss, right?
Correct.
I found out that there is a fungal a medication that antifungal medicine that they use for foot fungus that causes alopecia. Right? There's so many different things you don't even know. You can have a food sensitivity. One of the alopecia areatas is alopecia totalis. Is when you lose a total loss of hair on the scalp.
Alopecia totalis.
Totalis, no hair on the scalp, right? Or alopecia universalis, when you lose all the total hair on your body, hair, eyebrows, everywhere. They say that those are brought on by allergies, allergic reactions, different things like that. They don't know why you're losing your hair, right? But if you put your body in a state where the body feels safe and it's not in a acidic, too of an alkaline state, right? Put it have a balance between the acid and the alkaline, right? Get your body balanced. The body's balanced at a pH of 5. Right, so when you
and the hair is at a 4.
4.5. Yeah, the hair should be at a 5. At a 5, yeah. At 4.55, that's where we at. That's where it's a safe place. Right, 7. Shampoo and hair is water. When you shampoo hair with water, it opens the cuticle up. So you put your hair in stress in so many different ways. Is my point. It can be the shampoo. It can be the man you land with, the lady you land with. It can be your dog. It can be the mailman. It can be your kids. It can be every day at work. It can be the bills, right? And most people would not relate their everyday stress to them losing their hair. And so I just wanted to bring awareness, we wanted to bring awareness to the fact that everyday stresses can cause you to lose your hair. But if you correct them, if you talk to your physician, talk to your stylist, your loctician, and get some kind of game plan. And then let them know family history, what I'm going through. Yeah, I just lost my job. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, I ain't able to do this and that. And then we'll be able to say, okay, but this is what I see, right? And if you got that on top of what the doctor said, then you can come up with a master plan, right? To get your client back onto the road of recovery, right? Where they can get their hair back. And it's not, listen, you ain't lose your hair overnight, right? So you ain't gonna get your hair overnight. Just know that, okay?
Yeah.
It's a process. Yes, it's a process, right? You should be normally seeing hair regrowth if you're treating it with the right treatments and supplements, within the first 90 days, you should see some kind of significant peach fuzz going on.
Something.
Follicles opening up, breathing better. You should be able to see all of it when you're doing something. But if you do nothing, right? If you don't change the man or the woman you with, and they keep on bringing hell into your life, and if you don't treat your scalp right, if you do nothing, you're going bald and you just leave it like that, you keep on pulling it up, trying to cover it up, and you don't treat the issue, then there's nothing that can be done.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens if you do nothing.
Happens. Right.
But before we go, ladies, I want to know if you can tell me about a specific time in your life where you actually seen where you was in love or you were falling out of love, and you can tell, oh man, my hair looks shinier, right? My hair, it's
got that
more
glow.
movement. Yeah, it's growing. It's staying in that growth stage longer than than normal, right? Because you want your hair stays in that growth stage between 2 to 7 years. But if you've been under stress every day, you're rushing that hair out of that growth stage. I mean, you're putting it in. It's changing every couple months. You're not gonna keep your hair.
I know
You got one?
from experience. I've never been in love.
Oh, we're gonna have to work on that. Y'all heard she ain't never been in love.
I've never
I
been
don't know
in
if that's
love.
good or bad, but okay.
But
With a separate
But you've had
person,
loss.
but you love yourself.
But I've had loss. But I was gonna say, like a point in time where my hair was extremely healthy, and I was just in a good space, and it probably wouldn't seem like I should have been in a good space. It was right after I had
Right.
I had some really healthy hair.
Right.
I was, my skin was looking, my skin was looking good. My
Right.
hair was looking good. I wasn't, biting my nails. I was,
Now, did you?
But
So most women, they do experience this sudden burst of hair growth, right? But it's usually after the baby is maybe about 6 months. Baby hair starts to change, your hair starts to change.
definitely did.
Did you see some
Yes.
change? Your hair started to shed,
Absolutely.
all the hair that was growing, flourishing, then it just.
Yes.
So what happened was, which is just like post-pregnancy hair loss, right? What happens is that the hair was already shedding, right? But you just didn't see it, right? It's going through its phase, right? It's going to go through those 3 growth phases. And so by the time you realize, you're like, dang, man, my hair was growing. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Right after I had the baby, then all of a sudden, 3 to 6 months later,
I couldn't even
your hair is
put it in
thin.
a
You can
ponytail.
see through it. You're like, wait a minute,
Couldn't even put it in a
what's going on?
ponytail.
So it's those deficiencies, right?
Yes.
That the baby been depleted, right? You got to put those back into the body.
And
to
that's crazy
rebuild
because I
the
did
hair.
breastfeed.
Yeah, right. So, the body goes through different changes, and they will tell you, look, yeah, girl, you just gave away all our iron.
Okay.
We ain't got no magnesium, okay? You gave it away. You gave it to that baby. Now you're going to have to put that stuff back in there, right? So we do go through postpartum hair loss.
And it's very important for you to keep running it home
Right.
that you need to have these nutrients inside because your locks are kinetic, okay? When you have the hair that tangles up and it's in a knot, okay, that's what makes a lock, right? Those have a vibration. These are your antennas. And so if they're dull, if they're limp,
Lackluster.
lackluster, lifeless, you're not going to have as much of a reaction when you step into a room, when you feel certain things. Your locks can tell you a whole lot. They can tell you danger is great or that you're in a safe place. You need your antennas to be on point.
Yes.
So put them back in the game, coach. You know what I'm saying?
Most people don't realize that. They don't even believe that. They don't know. They think hair is just an accessory. But it actually has a job, right?
It does.
The hair actually has systems in play, right? The hair bulb and the dermal papillae and all of these things that all of these different things, right, that have a job, right? That hair bulb has a job. That follicle has a job. Hair is growing through the scalp. It's not growing. It's not in the scalp. It's growing through it, right? So it's like we got little mechanics, right, doing a job. Somebody's delivering oxygen. Somebody's delivering iron. Somebody's delivering magnesium. Somebody's delivering zinc. The body, the hair is made of over 92 different minerals, right? So it kind of stands to be aware that if you got 92 different minerals going on in your hair, then you need to replenish them, right? How do you replenish them? Through the things that you eat, right?
That's good.
What you're taking, right? So you have to replenish those things. Oxygen is abundant in the air, right? If you ain't getting enough oxygen, you ain't sleeping right, which is I have trouble sleeping because of my man.
I don't have a CPAP, but I'm just saying.
Right,
get you a CPAP.
Definitely need one. My man never shuts out, right? So if you don't get a lot of sleep, and you got all these different stresses in your life, you are definitely going to end up looking like Sherman Hemsley.
We don't want that.
No, we don't want. We don't want to be moving on up like the Jeffersons. Okay, we want to maintain our hair. And I'm telling you,
reverse Jefferson ain't cute either.
no. And I'm telling you, listen. Listen, there's a scripture in the Bible that says sadness dries the bones, right? Yeah, sadness dries bones.
Okay.
Being sad and depressed, right? It makes the body sick.
Yeah, it does.
But when you're in love, you doing all kinds of different things. You got some new product. You done bought a new wig. You got you some. You're doing it all.
You ain't got your hair done.
You paid to get your hair done, right? You're investing in yourself when you're in love, right? Versus when you're done and over with, or it's been you've been in this thing for some time. You kind of neglect yourself, your hair and your body and things. When you've been in a relationship for a long time, you're like, what? Oh, he or she already know me. I don't got to do nothing special. But the body requires it.
Hey, body requires it. You got a whole groove in the floor from the bed to the refrigerator, from the refrigerator back to the bed, because that's all you want to do in that moment. But don't forget to wrap your hair up in the process.
The body. Listen, I'm gonna talk about her. She was saying that she had a baby. She had a baby early in life, right? You want to talk about how you were?
I was 13.
13 years old, right? Hair is not at its fullest. It's not mature, right? So her body was going through a whole bunch of different changes, right? I remember when she was growing up as a little girl, she had such long, luscious ponytails. Like her mama just prided herself. Hair was beautiful, A1 all the time. But after she had the baby, is why I asked her that question. Did she? Because I could tell the change in the hair. Because I'm always looking at people's hair.
I am too.
I'm sorry.
Don't look at this.
No, listen. It's not to judge the hair, right? I'm naturally drawn to hair.
Same.
I'm just drawn to it.
Same. I'm so glad my
But I can tell
have a complex, because I would see locks and I'd be like, there's locks, there's locks. I'm sorry, go ahead. You can tell.
You know how they used to wear their ponytails fanned out?
Yes, I used to do that.
I'm
that years old.
Yeah, sure. I would notice, right, that girls that have their babies early, they wrong. Okay.
JK.
Yeah. The girls that were having babies early, they were having those thinned out ponytails, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Prior to while they were having the babies, their ponytails was nice and full. Thank you. And then after they had the baby, a couple months, the baby like 3-6 months. Now their hair is like a whisper.
Look like a. Hey, in Indianapolis, we call it a post-roll ponytail. Look, I'm trying to tell you, got that fan. So, y'all.
Right. Listen, you would not know that how essential it is for you to have a good, healthy hair care regimen, right?
It is.
Proper shampoo, no sulfate-free shampoo, right? A good moisturizing conditioner, right? You want the product to do what it says it's gonna do.
Yeah.
If it's supposed to moisturize, you want it to moisturize, right? It's a cleansing shampoo. It's gonna strip the hair of its natural oils and all that. You expect it to do what it's gonna do. But product is not a band-aid, right? It's not the solution for when the nervous system is being attacked.
Right. That's good.
Right. When the nervous system is under attack, I don't care. You can put as much edge gel you want on it all day. It's gonna keep coming out. It's gonna keep on being inflamed, right? Because the body's gonna keep on doing what it's doing. This is a system. They're like, man, it's a problem here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a threat.
And right now we're in the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Valentine's Day week here, and during this tape.
And some people in love and some people ain't.
And there's some people who is like, bah humbug, forget that moment. Or it's some people like, oh my God. But there's also an understanding that we just left Christmas.
Right.
We just left New Year's. There is a whole lot of emotions right there that everybody just went through. And now we're in like the love month.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Y'all
Right,
roller
it's like-
coaster moment right now.
Right.
So please be mindful of y'all, what you're putting in your hair, what you're going through, what your heart is going through, what your head space is going through, and then let's try and fix it.
Understand your hair is not your enemy. It's your friend, right? It's been with you through your trauma, through your love, through all of those ups and downs. So it's actually giving you a story. It's telling your story. It's telling you, hey, you ain't got enough vitamins. You don't have enough of this, or you have too much of this, right? And so it's telling the story. It's trying to help you navigate the body.
Yeah.
That's what it's for. It's a receptor. And so you want to pay attention to what the hair is saying. Look, you can't wear everything everybody else is wearing. You can't do everything that everybody else is. If I have, right, we're going to get into the Andre Walker system just for a minute.
Okay.
If I have a type 1, A1 hair or 1A hair, it's straight, right? Bone straight. I can't do the same thing that I do with the 4C hair to the 1A hair, right? I can't use the same products, right? I can't use the same tools. There's certain things that I have to do to that 4C hair that it's not required for that 1A.
Yep.
And so, even in your situations when you're going and you've had a rough time, right? The same thing that worked for the last girl that had a heartache and breakup or whatever, or was in love, those products that she used or products that they didn't use, they work for them, right? You have to find out what works for you. You are an individual. Your situation is unique. It is not the same. There is no hair loss that is the same. Now, you might have the same type of hair loss, but the way it shows up in your body, the way it shows up on your scalp is different from anybody else's, right? You're an individual. You need an individual plan, right?
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
What's one of the biggest flexes though with your ex, right? I'm sorry, I just want to say this. Your hair look good, right? Do you really want your flex? Or are they gonna see you and you gonna look like Patch Adams? We don't need that problem. 0%. I'm trying to tell you that you need to be able to love on yourself and show up. You don't have to look like what you're going through. That's the beauty of it. People who don't look like what they're going through is because they actually did like the self-care in the background.
Less is more, people. Less is more. You don't have to do everything that everybody else is doing. Listen, the oil that Sister I just told y'all earlier about the comogenic scale, that oil may work for that type of density hair, right? It may be great, but don't work for this person, right? And then my body, right, is going through a difficult time. I'm releasing these different emotions, steroids, hormones, cortisol, adrenaline, right? So my body is not going, it may not react to the product the same way it would when I'm in a resting state. So when I'm in a resting state, you might put some edge control, and my edges may lay straight down. But when my hormones, and I'm stressed out, and I'm hot, and my beads of sweat all over my head, you put the edge control on my head or whatever, it pops right back up, and you're like, what's going on? I don't know why. It used to work. My body's going through a change.
The hair is different.
And the hair is different. And so you're going through these different changes, so the product has to change too. You can't use the same product that you use in the wintertime in the summer.
Y'all, we live in the Midwest, one. There's so many minerals and rocks. We live right near a quarry, a rock quarry. If you're in Indianapolis, you live near a rock quarry. It's right outside of in the suburbs of Carmel. Then you want that stuff is in your water. If you're in Kentucky, we're also in a rock quarry. We got clay and everything else here. So Midwest is heavy. Like when I was in cosmetology, the one thing that I learned was how the water added things to our hair, and so we had to do something different, just
Hard
even with
soft,
color.
right?
Hard water and soft water. I'm trying to tell y'all, there's fluoride in that water.
Yes.
So we're not even supposed to have fluoride. So we're battling a lot of different things, but the one thing that we want to reiterate is if you're going through a breakup, if you're having grief, you're probably taking more showers. You're probably putting your head under the shower and be like, come on. I need y'all to be able to understand how much the what you're going through is pressing your hair.
It's pressing it.
So let's get into a love space with ourselves. Be in love with you. Fall in love with you.
You would be surprised how the body responds to just gentle affirmation. How your skin, your hair, because we're energetic, right? We're electromagnetic, right? We have electricity and magnetic pull. The hair experience is aware of all of that, right? All of that is what we call ion, and those are negative and positive charges.
I know
when
that
you get it. Yeah, so when you get into hair, more deep in hair, you understand that the hair is pulled by negative and positive charges. And your emotional state, right, whether it is good or bad, weighs heavily on the condition and the growth rate and changes of your hair and scalp. It does. And most people are not aware of it. You hear, oh, you got to change your diet, you got to eat better, this and that, or you might need to take some minoxidil or some finasteride or some different types of topical or oral medications to help you get your hair back. But you really want to go holistic and get to the root of the problem, right? Eliminate the stress, right? If you need vitamin D, get vitamin D. If you need a thyroid panel, get a thyroid panel. If you need to iron and your ferritin check, which needs to be at 70, right? You want all of those things taken care of. You don't want to just be like, I'm going to put on a wig. I'm going to put on a hat, right?
Don't cover it up.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And, a lot of times when people are going through stressful things, sad, and we do that. We put our bonnet on.
Like
we walk around. Y'all see us in our PJs. We walk around in our PJs.
You looking like you can go to Walmart. Let's not, y'all. And there's nothing wrong with a wig because there's some y'all. I ain't got no good comments.
Nothing wrong with wigs.
There's some healthy hair up underneath there.
Yeah, and it needs life and breath.
But if you keep not treating your hair correctly, just because you put a wig on don't mean it's not healthy up under there. It doesn't mean that you're not getting the right treatments and doing the conditioning and all that. But when you do put on a wig, just be mindful if you don't have locks, there's hair up underneath there that's not releasing daily. And so you need to make sure you're conditioning heavy after you take the wig off and unbraid it. The braid is a protective style, but there was hair that you were supposed to lose, so many strands a day, and then that'll start knotting up, and now you're trying to pull the hair and detangle. Be kind to you after that. Get a nice heavy conditioner and detangle.
Listen, my sister's over here quiet. My other sister over here, she's just with me. We rolling through the wine. She over here sipping her wine in secret.
I actually finished it.
I actually finished it. I do want to, because summer does have a lot of clients that experience some of these things that we talked about today, whether it's menopause, DHT, different types of hair loss, and not just summer, myself. I wanted to share with our audience some of the core tests or blood works to ask the doctor for. So we just give them a little moments. The ferritin test.
Yeah.
Right. And the ferritin, why? It indicates the iron storage. Right. Ferritin needs at least be 70.
Ferritin needs to be. There's gonna be a test after this. Y'all need to put something in the comments of what y'all learned today, and y'all better spell it right too.
And most of the time, if you're fatigued, right, hair shedding, you might have low iron. right? And that can cause you to have hair loss. Another test you want to get outside of the ferritin test is the CBC test. It's a complete blood count. Why? Because it screens for anemia and the oxygen, right?
If you chomping on ice, just go on and go. I'm sorry, quit.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Your hair follicles need oxygen and blood, right? So you need a CBC. Vitamin D is the 25-hydroxy D test.
Okay.
It regulates the immune and the follicle signaling, right? It lets you know if the hair is getting what it needs. So it lets you know if the hair is deficient, right? It's linked to shedding and autoimmune related hair loss, like we talked about the alopecia areata. Vitamin D is a cause of alopecia areata.
Whoa! I didn't know.
Yeah, make it. So when your immune system, when your vitamin D is low, it causes a problem for your immune system. Like my sister Summer said, vitamin B12. Yes, it supports your red blood cells, production of your nerves. And so the relevance for hair, it can, for the deficiency, it can cause shedding, weakness, and scalp sensations. We talked about your client that got the sensations all around the side.
Yeah.
He could be just vitamin D deficient. What if that's all it is?
That's it. That's it.
Vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Right.
A little bitty in the mouth. Vitamin D.
This one over here is
quiet.
Yeah, but not just quiet. She is always cold, right? Anemic, right? You need that CBC, that marker, right? To determine, right? Because your anemia can cause you to have hair loss. Check that out.
So if you in the bed and you rubbing your feet and they not getting warm,
Yeah.
be careful. You
You
might
need
not have
ice
hair in the
chips,
morning.
you
Y'all
want
figure
right
it out. I'm just playing.
It better not fall. If it falls like that, right? We call that anagen. Anagen, okay? Effluvium. When hair falls out in clumps and the growth stage just, hey, you wake up and you get this hair.
Okay.
It's that diffuse areata, okay? It's that diffuse alopecia.
Y'all better call us with these questions. I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell y'all. Don't be sitting there in secret. Go ahead.
So,
Locks on the pillow.
Yeah. So you need that vitamin B12. You definitely need to get your inflammation checked, and that is done by the CRP, right? You have to get the. So what it's testing is it's testing the levels of your protein, right? How much? Yeah. So like it's seeing how much. So it'll let you know if there's systemic inflammation or is this just a fluke or is this long term, right? Inflammation suppresses hair growth as a protective response. So I was saying earlier, it's not trying to harm you; it's trying to protect the body. So I'm going to inflame this area. I'm going to burn this thing up, right? Because something's going on that it don't work well with the rest of the body.
Oh, shots fired.
Yeah, so we're going to burn it up.
Your
right?
body is going.
So we're going to burn it up. We're going to send some fire to put whatever's going on up in the scalp. We're going to burn that up, right? We're going to try to figure out what's going on.
I'm sorry, y'all. We'll grow up one day, just not right now.
Yeah. So inflammation suppresses hair growth, right? If it's too hot, you see a forest fire. Ain't no trees growing when the fire is burning.
That's right.
Okay? Ain't no hair growing when the hair is over the scalp's on fire.
That's right. When it's on fire.
When the scalp's on fire, the hair is not growing. I'm sorry.
Not growing.
That would be the wine kicking in, right? One of them.
Got it.
That would be the wine kicking in. But I'm really serious. If your scalp is inflamed, right?
How would they know?
Itching, burning, tightness, right?
There you go, y'all.
And you need a test. That's that CRP test. It's gonna tell you if you're inflamed or not. These are I'm telling you the ferritin test. What I say, Tanisha? Because you know we've been drinking ferritin,
B12,
B12, CBC,
Yeah.
CBC.
okay, and the CRP. right? We need that for checking our protein. And we even want to check the ANA, which is the anti-nuclear antibody, right? This is an indicator. It screens for autoimmune. We was talking about the autoimmune alopecia. This is going to tell you if you got it.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. It's ANA.
ANA. It's called anti-nuclear antibody. That's what it means.
And do they can get this at their PCP?
Yes. We got our own.
Yay! We do.
Yeah, we got our own.
Sprinkle me, man.
Yeah.
We doing great.
We got us a doctor, y'all. So it's all
We
about.
must stop shopping, y'all.
Hey, it's all about elevation.
Hello.
We done went from locticians to trichologists, and we got a doctor. So we we on the popping.
It's called elevation.
Elevation.
We trying to help
2026,
y'all
to keep your hair on your head,
Yes.
right, and not on your pillow.
That's right. We're not just out here talking about it and like trying to figure it out. We are connecting y'all with important resources to get your hair back going again. You do not have to hide the top of your head no more with us around.
No.
Come to us and we got you.
And understand that hair loss is nothing to be ashamed of, actually, right?
Mm-hmm.
You would be surprised to know that 70% of Americans, of men, right, they face hair loss by the time they 30, 40 years old, right? 50% of women by the time they're 40 years old, right? By the time they're 40 years old, 30% of women are going to experience some type of hair loss. Whether it's traction, alopecia areata, whether it's androgenic or telogen effluvium, you're going to experience some type of hair loss. 1 in every 2 people experience hair loss.
Wow.
And guess what? Guess who the first person they tell? They stylists.
They do.
They stylists. You are the #1 contact when it comes to hair loss. What can I do?
Call us.
Yeah. Now listen.
Okay.
We don't mind taking it, right? But you would want to learn these things for yourself, right?
We have
you increase your knowledge, you increase your money, right? And we can teach you these things. We can show you what to look for. We can show you how to scope your client's scalp, and so you can assess them properly, so that you can see whether the scalp is inflamed. Are there any follicles? Because some people want hair growth and they want to grow their hair back, and there's no hope.
Yeah.
Right? The hair is gone. They waited too long. Right? This is something that you need to get on. This hair loss is progressive.
It is.
I don't know what they done told you in the past. It is progressive. It is not gonna wait on you. Right? It's gonna move.
It's gonna move across your head.
It's gonna move. It's
like
not
you're
gonna wait
going
on
down
you.
65.
The next test I want y'all to ask, which is menopause focus, right?
Okay.
For my ladies, is the estradiol E2. You want to, it reflects on your estrogen level. When you have the right amount of estrogen, it keeps the hair in the anagen, which is the growth phase, longer, right? That's what you want. You want the hair to stay in the growth phase longer. You don't want it to be shed and break it off, right?
Oh.
And of course, it's going to do that, but you want it to stay in the growth stage longer, right? But if something's going on, some dermatitis, psoriasis, some kind of scalp inflammation going on, some hormonal imbalance, you're going to actually thwart that growth stage. You're going to force it into the next stage, right? Because hair only grows where it feels safe. And if there's something going on, I'm done. I'm pulling out.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's what it does. So estradiol E2, the relevance is that estrogen prolongs what I said, the growth of hair face. Progesterone, it balances, right, the estrogen and the cortisol. I was telling y'all earlier how the body will flood itself with cortisol. You need a balance. Cortisol is a good thing. It's what the body produces to protect itself when danger arises, right? But if it's too much, too fast, and there's nobody to sheriff it, hey, you coming down the road too fast, then it might be some danger. I might run over somebody. I might cause a collision, and that's what's going on when we got too much cortisol in the body.
All right.
Testosterone. I don't know. Some women find it hard to believe that they have testosterone.
I don't know why
I don't
they
know.
should find
I'm like,
it hard to do.
I be telling my son, like, I got a whole beard. I got like 3 hairs right here.
Like, I feel like, do you see it on this neck? What
Yeah.
is happening?
I'm like, it's growing so long. My son like, girl, quit playing.
Yeah,
He got,
that's
my
Maybe
son got a
little
full
easier.
beard. Now, remember I was telling you about the DHT? The DHT is responsible for that growth of the beard. It's responsible for the depth in the voice and the tone of men, the gonads, right? That's what makes a man.
It makes him sound like a
It makes
grown ass
him-
man.
Right.
I'm not, but I'm just saying, y'all see me throw my voice like that.
That's what DHT, that's the benefit of it, right? So when you have a sensitivity to it, it causes you to lose your hair, right? It has a purpose. The purpose is for you to become the male or the dominant force that you are, right?
So,
But it can cause hair loss. It causes the hair to shrink for those that are sensitive. Now, it used to be said that your mother or your father had hair loss, but it could be your great aunt Betty.
it sure can if it's
It's
in that
right.
lineage, honey.
If
It's
it's in
there.
your family tree, excuse me,
Excuse
if it's in
me.
your family tree, you can have hair loss. You can,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah. You're gonna look like Uncle Mike. I'm just trying to tell you. You want to be
Yes.
able to get it under control. We're here for you. We're
Yeah.
here for you.
Testosterone. It measures the androgen hair phase. That the hormone,
Yeah.
right? If you don't have enough testosterone or you have too much, then it's all out of whack. But you need that to elevate or to unoppose testosterone. You need it. You need testosterone, even females, right?
Yeah.
That's how we get our agility and our strength and things like that. We need it.
So
And-
men go to the doctor.
And get blood work. You need a DHT test.
Yes, don't feel bad. Like, go to the doctor. You need to be in the know of how much levels you have going on. Because don't be like, I know what I can do. If I just take this whole bottle of testosterone from GNC, that's the cure. No.
Right.
Go to the doctor.
Because you have to understand that those bottles of supplements were made on on a wide span, right? It's generic. It's not formulated for a one type for a particular person. Now, whereas if I have a client that comes to me and they're suffering from a different type of hair loss or alopecia, which means hair loss, it depends on if you're not suffering from DHT, there's no need for me to give you a supplement that blocks DHT.
That's true. So
Right.
now what we do?
Right. So the point of it is that we will find out the cause of hair loss.
Thank you.
And once you find out the cause of it, then you treat it accordingly. Ain't no sense me giving everybody I know saw palmetto and goddamn hey, I got here, baby. Take some saw palmetto and some cloves, and take these supplements and get this minoxidil.
Can't do it to everybody. This is not everybody's issue.
No, some things, as we have been discussing tonight, is situational.
It is. So you can't diagnose from the chair. You
No.
gotta still send them to a doctor.
Right, because people don't even realize that they are living their best life, and then 2 months prior to them living their best life, they just seen somebody get shot.
Yeah. That's stressful.
Now the body seen it, right? Responded to it, and then released. You don't know what's being released in the body, right? You're not scientific. So you're sitting there like, okay, well, you just seen another. You become desensitized. Most of us in the hood have become desensitized to the crime and different things and so it's just like another day.
Yeah.
What happens is, because it's just another day, that cortisol, that stress hormone,
Listen
that
up, police
adrenaline
officers and
that
firefighters.
is being released on a daily basis, right?
Mhm.
It's been free ranged.
Yep.
So now I'm all out of whack. I don't even really understand what's going on. Matter of fact, I don't even know that something's going on. I'm so used to being charged up. I'm so used to being high strung. I'm so used to being argumentative. I'm so used to crying. I'm so used to fighting. I'm so used to doing all of these different things to make myself tick.
Yeah. And you're
That
or even add to it, you're so used to staying calm.
Yes.
That pressure got to go somewhere, honey.
Right. And you have to realize that you have become content to these ways, but that's what you think, right? You think that you become content. You think I'm handling it. It's nothing, right? But then it's just like your check engine light going off on your car, and you just don't. You never see why the check engine light came on.
That's
You
right.
just assumed it was. Oh, I need to get my oil changed, but you never really checked to see what it was.
That part. And you got to, y'all, like, y'all have to be able to know the signs, know your symptoms. And we are here to be able to help you with the indicators.
Listen, when I was in love, I did the damnedest thing to my hair.
What'd you do?
The damn whatever.
Oh.
When I was in love, sis, I did the damnedest thing to my hair. I would try anything when I was in love.
Yeah, because
you feeling that you're forward.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're on this high.
And you be like, boo, this is cute.
Yeah, this
You know
is cute.
what
You
I'm
try
saying?
anything, and you using, the best product. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't mind spending money because you got you a new something. You got
Okay.
something new lined up.
Or they don't mind spending money on you.
Yeah,
So then everything doing good.
So you getting all of this shit.
Yeah.
But what happens when you don't get it?
Ugh.
And it goes neglected.
We have a problem.
We have a problem. We don't moisturize properly. We don't know nothing about the oils that we're supposed to be using. I told my sister tonight about the cogenic scale. She got that though. She's a busy lady, right? So she might not have seen the cogenic scale, but she got that because I sent her a whole list of stuff that was in our curriculum.
And it's right there. Like, the curriculum is fire.
Right.
If I haven't learned anything as a loctician, I have learned in this business. You
Everything
gotta
as a
keep
hair loss
growing.
practitioner.
And a hair loss practitioner.
You gotta say it.
You have to.
You gotta
And
say
let me, pat myself on the back.
Hey.
You have to go back to school.
Because I'm refusing her claims after this week, right? Because that means my sister.
Y'all, this is news to me.
Yeah, because my sister is capable of identifying and making sure that the proper treatment is established.
Yes,
Very,
ma'am.
very, very, very capable.
Yes, ma'am.
Very capable. And listen,
Thank you.
she don't need me. We just iron sharpens iron. We love it. Hey, when I first met my sister over here told me, "You gonna love this girl right here."
Thank you. I love her.
Hey,
like,
she
bounce
told
off
me,
of each other.
hey, she said, "You gonna love this girl right here." And when I met Summer, right, something special,
Yeah.
I knew that this was gonna be something. This was gonna be something.
Same. It was on site.
Every time we see each other, we have butterflies. Like, oh my God.
Cause you notice
Oh my God.
it's kinetic. It's about to go down with us. Like, one is great, two is better.
2 hands are better than one.
You know what I'm saying? 3, we about to. I'm
A
just
3-chord strand is not easily broken.
It's not.
Hey, listen. It is essential that you not only find out about your hair, right? The growth, the rate. You need to ask your stylist. How does my hair grow? What rate? What rate is my hair growing? What stage do you think I'm in right now? What can I do to improve the health of my hair? What can I do to improve the state of my scalp? Those are the questions that you need to be asking your stylist. And if your stylist cannot answer those questions, right? Don't leave your stylist. Refer your stylist. Because we teach teachers. We teach other stylists to be great, right? We're not, we're the teachers of teachers. We like teaching other teachers to learn different things and mechanisms and different avenues of learning how to execute a situation,
Because your hair, your locks have the potential to go into shock when other people are touching them. We want to make sure we keep that lane to a minimum.
Right.
So
you don't need
that
everybody touching your day.
you don't need everybody touching your locks.
You ain't gonna go to the hospital and let everybody just deal with your skin on your face, right? So your hair is an extension of the skin. It's part of the same system. Same system,
Yep.
right? You ain't gonna just let anybody do anything to your face, right? Don't just let anybody do anything to your hair.
That's right.
Learn to listen, learn to love, and understand that loss is natural, right? We lose things. We lose hair. We lose about 100 strands of hair every single day. When I tell people that, they be like, "What?" Yeah, that means that the growth of rate is far more greater than the loss.
Yes.
Right? You can't even tell. You done lost 100 hairs yesterday. You're gonna lose 100 hairs today. You're gonna lose 100 hairs tomorrow, and it's not gonna look like it when you're in a healthy state.
That's right.
But when you're in a situation where you're in a deficit, right? You lose 100 hairs. Everybody gonna know.
Everybody.
All right, you're gonna be like the only car in the parking lot.
But we got this. We helping y'all. We loving on y'all. We're giving y'all information.
Y'all know how they got all them lines. I call them trees. See, I want to see abundance of trees. When I scope you, I want to see trees everywhere.
Yes.
But if it look like I just ran through a field and I done knocked down all the trees, something's going on.
That part.
I want to see it flourishing. Hair is like trees, like shingles. So if I scope your scalp and all I see is pavement, silky and smooth, right? Something going on. I'm looking for follicles. I'm looking for stumps, right? I'm looking for trees. Another indicator. I'm gonna get this to y'all real quick. Areata. Under the microscope, it looks like exclamation marks.
I want to see that.
Under the microscope, it looks like broken, like you got an exclamation mark, the line, and then the broken. That's how we indicate that what type of hair loss you get. I can tell by what type of hair loss you got by just looking at it. And a good trichologist should be able to.
Yes.
Should be able to look and say, oh, okay, that's pattern. That's male, female.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that look like stress, babe.
And stress is such an early indicator. Like we see that more often than not. This world is.
You can't pay rent.
You can't. You're going to have some stress.
Oh my God, you can't pay rent. Okay, look. Booth rent, house rent, car note. All of those different essential things that you gotta pay every day, right? Every week, somebody's demanding on you. You might not have experienced no broken heart, right? You might not have experienced no death in your family or whatever. But that doesn't mean that you won't experience it, right? And so preparation is key. If you know what to do when the situation arises, it won't affect you like it did Brother Joe down the road, where it took all his hair, and his eyebrows, right?
Not your
Because you
eyebrows, Joe.
understood, everything. That what is it, baby? Universalis. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, I like when my students know what I'm talking about.
I love
you
it.
know what I'm talking about?
I
Alopecia
was gonna high-five
universalis.
her, too.
Yeah. I love it. We talking about the total loss of all hair, right? Who wants to look like that? Oh, God.
And another
It
thing,
happens though. I have a cousin that happens.
dealing like domestic violence, they like to snatch hair.
Yeah.
You know,
And they snatch it from the roots.
you know how many locks I've had to put. You know how many wigs I've had to put back on. How many locks we've had to put back on after we get an emergency call. Say, hey sis, I need you right now. Say, let's hit the chair.
Right.
But hey, y'all stop grabbing that hair.
Right. Hey, you ladies.
Fight something else.
Hey, you know what? I'm a firm believer at 48 to call police.
Yeah.
Lady, you can't.
Don't wake up
Excuse
and
me.
cut your
Hey,
friend head
hey,
off. Don't
you-
cut the hair
yeah,
off.
you
Don't
going
do
to jail.
that.
You going to jail.
Yeah,
Okay?
don't. That's bad. But it's, you know what?
I'll let you be stressed for the judge and the prosecutor, okay? Because I'm going there stress free. You pull my dang hair out. But that's what they do.
That's what we. This is part of love 101.
Hey.
This is loving yourself, making
When
sure
you-
you're releasing the people. Yes, ma'am.
And when you love yourself, you ain't pulling your partner's locks out. Right? You're not. You're not. You love yourself. When you love yourself, you love your neighbor like you love yourself. Like, man, I wish somebody would pull my locks out. You know what I'm saying? So you wouldn't do that, right?
Don't worry about it.
All of that traumatic stuff, you know what I'm saying? Let's just lay that to the wayside for 2026.
Yeah.
Let's just go into this.
26, we're all about love.
All about love
Peace.
and information,
Yes.
right? Knowledge is power.
Yes.
Knowledge is key.
And if you know this movie, reading is fundamental.
Hey, come on.
So just know that everything we're talking about, it will affect your hair with either it looks lusterful and I think that's a word and beautiful and has a glow, or it looks lackluster and we need to be able to.
And I know it might seem strange that we over here sipping wine, but we had a look.
Not
Okay,
strange.
I don't care what y'all think. We're on that key, okay? Because we've been snowed in, okay? We have been
Iced
iced in.
The ice is still here,
and
y'all.
we just now being able to get together with one another, and so we love each other and we enjoying our wine and we enjoying y'all.
Yeah.
Yes. So please reach out to us.
Yes.
Let us know. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta reach out, even if you don't want to reach out. Listen, you don't have to necessarily reach out. I don't care if you reach out or not.
Research.
Research is key,
Yes.
right?
Ask your
Without
stylist.
without knowledge, the people perish.
And you have hair on the pillow.
And don't go rejecting the knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that was like an insert into that
Yeah.
scripture.
Right,
Probably
yeah.
like
Yeah.
32.8.
Yeah.
Anyway, just know that.
Do not reject the word.
Y'all, we're here to help. Reach out to us. We love to hear from you. We love to hear what you think about the podcast.
Yes.
We would like for you to be able to tell us what you learned through the podcast. Tell somebody to tell somebody to tell somebody. So if you heard some of the things that we do have people going through,
Did you know
send out.
that ferritin was a thing, right?
Yes.
Did you know that the body will say 12 and it's okay, but the hair needs at least 70? That's a big jump from 12 to 70, right?
Yeah.
That's what we need to store in our bodies. We need to have that much iron stored in order for us to have healthy hair, right? So that's something that we should, we should care about. We should want to know what's going on in the body and how we can make our hair grow. Because I don't know, I've never met a client that wanted to be bald. Never. I've never met a client that wanted to be bald. Okay, so there are ways to reverse it, right? We can't prevent it because we don't always know what's causing it. But when you jump on top of it and you assess it and you have the proper test, you got a doctor that you can work with that's going to give the proper blood work, that's going to focus on the TSH, focus on the thyroid panel, focus on the ferritin, focus on the vitamin D, focus on the B12s, focus on all of those lab works that we need to make sure that the body is functioning in its optimal way. Then we can start talking about healthy hair, right? Because it's not just biological. Sometimes it's emotional.
Yes. Yay.
We love y'all.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Amazing.
Yay! You did great.
You did great.